Changi Airport, the world's most awarded airport. Handling 361,000 takeoffs and landings a year, it is ranked among some of the world's busiest airports.
I think Changi Airport, it connects a lot of people. It's one of the, shall I say, the main attraction for Singapore. It attracts a lot of passengers, increase our economy in times because we have a lot of expertise coming in and out. It only makes Changi Airport more vibrant and more dynamic.
As a Singaporean, right, I can travel to almost any country without having to transit. Because I think Singapore is a global hub. Then I don't need to, let's say for example, if I want to go to Hong Kong, I can fly straight to Hong Kong without transiting somewhere.
Fast reaching its peak capacity, the airport is bracing itself for the busiest time in its history. Made worse with its breakneck growth, Changi is about to be pushed to its limits.
Our airport processes more passengers. Currently we are 50 million, and our population is coming to 6, about 9 times our population size. That tells you about connectivity. That means lots more people are transiting through our airport than our own population.
Therefore, Terminal 5 will become Changi's newest addition. In the pipeline for development, this terminal will expand the airport's capacity to cope with the increasing demand for air travel. Along with this mega terminal, the Airport Authority will be planning to expand Changi into a 3-runway system to complement the terminal as well as to meet long-term air traffic demand. The expansion would strengthen Changi as an international aviation hub and enhance its overall competitiveness.
Okay, our project scope includes the extension of the existing runway from 2.75 km to 4 km to accommodate larger aircraft. On top of that, we need to install 2 hook wire arrest systems for military operation, and we also need to develop 40 km of taxiway to connect the 3rd runway to the existing airfield infrastructure.
After the government announced plans for expansion, Changi Airport Group, or CAG, launched a series of preparation works which includes risk management of the project.
Managing risk is key to quality assurance. It's important for project team to develop a risk management plan. Therefore, we'll spare no effort in ensuring the risk involved is properly addressed and managed.
The 3-runway system would involve a new runway and new taxiways. Precise planning and execution, from inception to completion, is crucial, and failure to do so will result in severe consequences.
Firstly, you have to think about it. It's runway 3 needs to have taxiways that connect to the current runway and the current terminals, right? So you are going to have to build all these taxiways from runway to connect to runway 2, right? And if runway 2 is an operational runway, you're going to have to close the runway, which means that Changi only have 1 runway. Right now, we are already having traffic issues and traffic congestion with 2 runways. So if we close that 1 runway, you have to think of all the repercussions that come with the closure of that 1 runway. So you're going to expect more delays, expect more congestion, and as a result, you're going to get reputation loss because of, if people have to wait a long time, they'll tell you, don't fly to Changi, forever delay. And when reputation is something that money cannot buy back, right? So you think about operationally, it's going to be affected, and all the knock-on effects that go on from there.
Air traffic demand is not constant over the years. As Changi is an airport highly dependent on air traffic movements, there is a risk of an inaccurate air traffic demand forecast when planning for the 3rd runway.
Changi Airport will face could be the overcapacity of the runways. There could be too many landing slots for the number of aircraft landing that could be affected by global economic events such as the drop in travellers coming to Singapore or opening of new hubs in Kuala Lumpur or Bangkok. And also another risk that Changi Airport faces would be the design of the runway. It could be too long or too short for current aircraft trends. The current trend now is moving towards smaller base aircraft instead of bigger airplanes. So most of the runway will be underutilized as aircraft that are smaller requires less takeoff distance. So it will mean unnecessary capital expenditure and also unnecessary maintenance costs.
Estimating the cost of the project is no easy feat. It requires precise calculation and close coordination with numerous stakeholders when estimating the cost. Any miscalculation could prove to be fatal for the project.
One of the main concerns that I have is the capex risk. It's a risk of underestimating the quantity and cost of the works required for the runway project, as additional groundwork may be required as it is on the land, and also additional physical and IT security measures needed for the projects. And also there is a high tendency of the quotes given by our bidder is incorrect at the consultation stage, because bidder they might give a lower price for the project to proceed.
When planning for the third runway, many regulations and legal obligations need to be fulfilled in order for the project to proceed.
Another significant risk factor to consider for the construction of the 3 runways are legal and regulatory risks. Firstly, there might be a possibility that consents required from government authorities are not obtained for, or if obtained, can only be implemented at a greater cost than originally projected. In these aspects, we'll take due diligence to identify all consents required for the runway's operating requirement and subsequently hold an intergovernmental liaison meeting with the responsible government authorities. There are also unforeseen conducts by the government authorities such as the Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore, the Land Transport Authority, that may materially and adversely affect the expected returns on equity, debt service, or even increase the overall construction and maintenance costs. For example, the CAS may make several additional mandatory requirements during construction and operation of the runway, and this will actually adversely affect the financials.
Time. Occurring in irreversible succession, it is the worst enemy for any project manager. The construction of this runway project is a race against time, as delays in completion would result in costly repercussions.
One major risk that we have identified is the delay in completion, which will lead to cost overrun for the projects. And what causes this will be the additional ground improvement work that needed to be done, and also the restriction by the Changi Airport, because we need to minimize our disruption to the daily operation. And also the commissioning and testing of the third runway will take some time, because we need to conduct extensive tests to ensure that it's safe for operation.
Risk is involved when undertaking any project. However, successful management of risk would result in benefits for the project as well as its stakeholders. Therefore, no effort must be spared in ensuring the risk involved is properly addressed and managed.